afternoon. Good early afternoon. I hope and pray that all is well. And like I said before, and I'm going to say it again to those who deserve it. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get into it. I'm Kenyatta. But you will refer to me as Miss Kenyatta, Queen, Goddess, Princess, and the word empath, which I never said, I'm an empath, I'm an empath. Ma'am, the reason I say that is because what you are is what you are. You don't have to go announcing it to the world. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. The reason I say you can refer to me as those things is because there's too many people who like to be disrespectful and common. So I'm going to help you. Okay? And or when you address me and how. Because otherwise, you'd be talking to the air, to yourself. You don't have to announce, I'm this, I'm that. If that's what you are, that's simply what you are. Just be that. Be who and what you are. Need not be announced. Because usually people who so quick to announce, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this and that, probably are not. And they might be, usually not. Or they haven't developed those gifts in them have not quite been developed yet. And they just completely shortchanging themselves by just wanting to tell everybody what they are as opposed to just living in silence and peace and within and becoming. Anyway, I told you to leave me alone, but you won't. Now, a couple things. You love to send them gnats, or because you're always around, and your nasty energy is always around. Gnats just be there all the fucking time. Now, you used to see them shits a lot in the summertime, especially like when you have a lot of fruit, summertime, you kind of end up eating more fruit, watermelon, all that kind of stuff. They're going to be around. Usually by the time it gets cold, you don't really see them too much. But bitch, because you always around, goddamn, the gnats is always around because your energy is always around. Like flies to shit. That's you. I just was watching a sister's live and you was up in there and she talked about them gnats. That's you. That's your motherfucking ass. And you're jealous of her because she's light-skinned and very attractive. Another thing that came to me, that story about my experience, my vision and experience I had with the beast that unfortunately I told your motherfucking ass about. That you was stumbling over, trying to tell people about, stumbling through the story. I never said I had on yellow. But unfortunately, I told you about it, and you talked about the yellow dress, Belle in the yellow dress. That's our story. We Beauty and the Beast, they wrote that after us. That's what you did. It don't matter. Just because you try to steal people's lives by telling their story as though it's yours doesn't mean that you take their essence in their life and their being, but you do your black magic witchcraft in the background to try. Well, I'm just going to tell people this and say that she trying to steal my story, and if she say something about it, I see it first. And you assume that because you see small numbers on my channel, you see a small subscriber count and a small view count, number count, you think that nobody sees and nobody knows. But remember that time you said, they got my views low, they got my sub low, but I really had this many. It's really this many people see my stuff. Oh, but that's only for you, right? No one else. Only you. You're the only person who's experiencing that. So you assume that because it looks low, it actually is low. And you probably one of them silly ass people who ain't nobody watching her. That means she ain't nobody watching her. I ain't gonna say talk about Jesus again, or Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha. I'm not gonna go into them stories again, cause you don't understand it. No way. I told you to leave me alone with your black magic witchcraft. But see, you tried a little bit last night, just a little bit, with somebody else doing their work. See, y'all just so dumb. It was some work of old, and what I mean is this shit, I haven't had this in a long motherfucking time. But it was someone else. Probably one of them family members. Hold on. Yes. One of them fake family members. And if it's who I think it is, I have no clue why you still trying to do some black magic witchcraft on anybody. You've been sicker than the lost of the law for fucking years. You almost could barely move half the time. For years. And I said, well, this bitch still gonna get the business. I don't give a fuck who's doing it. Simply because. I don't know what the fuck y'all want. I mean, it's already obvious of the fake fam connection with your crusty ass. And then when I said that man was my twin ray, I meant what the fuck I said, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you said and what you tried to steal. Now he don't have to be now. I don't give a goddamn, but the connection was there. So you gonna try to call me this morning from the fake 216 number. Bitch, please. I know that motherfucker's energy. Even through the motherfucking phone call. I can look at the phone and look at the number. That's how dumb you are. That's how unmagical you are. He has not called yet. He probably will. He's probably embarrassed because of the shit I said yesterday about the preacher's robe and the call out that I told him to do, amongst some other things. Haven't talked about how he used to telepathically talk to me and send me songs in the middle of the night, waking me up to my endless love. Long before I met your ass, which I talked to him about that too. And when I say talk, people, and like I said, I haven't talked to this man in years, long before I left that place. What I mean is by text. I was texting him. This happened at 2 separate occasions, 2 separate periods of time. The first time I was doing, he wouldn't respond at all, but he would talk to me telepathically. And he would send me songs in the middle of the night. Stopped for a while. Started doing other things. Started up again. And that's when he tried a couple times to actually have a conversation. So he's probably embarrassed about that. But I'm here. He will reach out again. It really don't matter though. Ain't nothing gonna happen there. Nothing. That is said, done, over with. Like I said, went and dumped off in your ass. That alone, honey, means done deal. Ain't no way in hell, shape. No way, shape, or form. I could even deal with what he did, pushing me all about the place, listening to silly ass women, friends who both were screwing them, thought they, I mean, I don't get that, but whatever. I can deal with that. But you, hell no. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Done deal, over with. Okay. Jumping on a group bandwagon. Whatever group you was in. Destin kicked your ass out, or like I said last night, is about to. We married. They done got you mansions on the astral, right, but won't pay attention to your ass here on earth, right? 12:22 on the clock. Okay. We wish she shut up. We wish she stopped talking. I wish you leave me the fuck alone, but you won't. And to that sister's live you was in who talk about them gnats, all that shit that she went through with all them goddamn profiles and whatnot, it was probably you. It was you, or you had something to do with it, or you were a part of it, definitely. Like I said, you ought to go into IT with all that shit you do with computers and whatnot, laptop and all that kind of shit, all that nefarious shit you do. You would have been had the money you want by now if you put in a little work. But you do put in work. You just put it in the wrong direction. Just real fucking work. Then you wouldn't have to worry about, am I going to go to jail? Am I going to prison this time around? They going to throw me in the slammer. You did that. You were a part of that. I don't know who else, whatever, but you did that. I saw you on live one time a while ago, and you called that girl a spawn of Satan, that reader. I said, that's that bitch. Bitch, I know your fucking energy. That was you. You are sick. And I could see the little fucking that nasty ass grin on your face when it was typed out. You the one talked about that sister's teeth. The one that's your friend. You need to go get your teeth fixed. 14:14 on the clock. That was you. And I told her too. I said that was her. I don't give a goddamn what the profile said. That was her. That was you. You just mean, evil, and hateful. And that live that she did, and that commenter talking about some y'all's, I don't know what the fuck she was saying. I don't care what she was saying. Trying to act like she was putting something in control and play. Bitch, that was you. Y'all stop doing this. I guess you thought because you put your name up there that wasn't nobody gonna know. That was you. I ain't saying every single thing on here that's ridiculous in the far as is you. But a good portion of it is you. Sick, twisted, unwanted, unloved, unlovable. So you tried a little bit last night, but you got your help, which, like I said, I don't know why she doing anything. If it's who I think it is. It was some old shit that they used to do. I was like, I ain't experienced this in a while. This definitely not her motherfucking ass. And I said, this is some old shit. I see the one woman sitting up there gritting her teeth like, you know, just out of frustration. Leave me alone. Oh, y'all, leave me the fuck alone. I mean, the fuck? And I have a reading. That's just live. She mentioned it. I said, yep, I talked about that in one of my readings. You did that shit. You thought, because I told you that past life shit about me and you and my ancestors, you thought you was going to try and do some ritual to talk to my ancestors to get them to go against me. And I have the reading on YouTube. Maybe that's what you saw and decided that you was going to sit up there and bring old shit back up. I don't know. You may have been talking about me all this time nonstop because you're obsessed. But that's what you thought you was going. And I said they laughed at you, and your own ancestors told you to leave these people alone, but you wouldn't. And I'm here, and you won't. Maybe you're gonna try again. Yeah, they lied to you and laughed at you because you're a joke. You're so stupid. They call you the female Bobby Hemming. Yeah, right. Many times he's talked about the ancestors and that we are our ancestors. So what you thought? Basically, you was talking to me. You just dumb. Surface. You have no level of understanding. You don't understand shit. So we're going to do this real quick. Dumb. Yep, we are our ancestors, and your ancestors left you. Really, you left you because you did. Look at what you did to yourself and what you're doing to yourself nonstop. You're disgusting. Do I need to do any spreads on this bitch this morning? I'm here, of course. She won't stop. Nonstop. 2. Basically, you was talking to me, dummy. Just dumb. Y'all go against her. Tell me information about her. See, she ain't right. And because you didn't know the whole fucking story, you thought you had something. You thought you was on to something. I was your child, remember? And I see them sitting up there laughing. Arm in arm, laughing at you. I'm hearing weak-willed. She's weak-willed. Unwanted. Oof. I'm here. We can't stand her. See what you do to yourself? Everywhere you go. Everything you do. Sad. You're so dirty and nasty and low down and stank and skank. Rank, pitiful, pathetic, unwanted, unskilled. You have no skills. None. So what you do to yourself? All right, let's get into it. Here it is. Nine of upright, of course. Ace of Wands, upright. Six of Swords, upright. Eight of Swords, upright. Ace of Cups, upright. That's probably when you started acting clowning again, when you saw that reading. And you was shocked as shit that I knew that shit. How she know? Let me make video. She ain't right. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Wands, upright. Ten of Swords, upright. King of Cups in reverse. Five of Pentacles, upright. The Sun card, upright. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Five of Wands, upright. King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, bitch, I don't know if you was making fun of my voice. But that squeaky ass, whiny ass voice you got, you sound like the rat that you are. Y'all know how rats and mice, they all squeaky. Of course you here. I can't trust shit. Let us see. Of course you sitting up there, anxiety ridden, tormented. Because you thought you was going to overpower somebody and demean them and beat them down under the ground and all of that type of shit. Refusing to listen, turning your back on people telling you, don't do that. Even if your own ancestors tell you, leave these people alone, but you wouldn't. Matter of fact, it's like you telling them to shut the blank up. That's the energy that I see. Waving your hand at them. Leaving you just blind, bound, dumb, caged up. You actually thought they was going to turn their back on me. For you. Remember, I was your child in the past life. Do this. But you weren't. You was unwanted then, and somebody picked your ass up, like I said, out of the garbage can, basically. And you probably did some real low shit then to some dirty shit. Like I said, I know you did to that sister you deathly afraid of. You still afraid of her ass, trying to kiss her ass. The wise. Because you're scared of her. I don't know where she's at. And I know that sister, what she made of. I don't have anything bad to say about her at this point, whatever. I was friends with the girl. Ain't no such thing as self-love and being someone else. I love myself if I'm that person. That's not logical. That's what you were looking for. And it didn't work. And now you fucking burdened. Face cracked and on the ground. With 10 swords in your back that you did to yourself. You betrayed yourself. Emotions all over the place. And you fucking cast out, like I said. And whoever the fuck cast you out, people are much happier now that you're not there. That you're not around. The world, the realms, I'm hearing. You don't have shit. You don't have a friend in the world. But you still want to be in some fighting ass energy instead of fighting for yourself. Fighting yourself and all that dark shit that's done took over your mental space and your soul and your being. Glad that came up. You don't have what you were looking for. No money, no nothing. Now, I remember seeing in one of your silly ass description boxes, she sold her soul. She was good. She was good, but this what she did to herself. Bitch, you was talking about yourself, bitch. Maybe. You may not never been worth a damn. But since folks need to hear it, no, I haven't sold my soul to anything. First of all, like I said before, if I'm going to sell myself, if I'm going to sell myself sexually, you really think that I would be so low? Yes, you do, because this is you. And you think everybody's like you. I would sell myself sexually and be living in a hood house in fucking Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, you think that because that's the level of what you would sell yourself for, which you already have, which gave you nothing but disease, blocked bowels, just stupid. My worth is a whole lot more than that, and I mean physically so. Bitch, please. You'd be going to the movies eating popcorn like he and such and her and Halle Berry and Beyonce and all of them, and it's in this upcoming movie. And really even higher than that. Be living up in one of them houses in them hills, them beautiful pictures they have of Greece and Rome and all of that, okay? With the Italian, I never told you about, thank God I was going to, but I never did because you sure would have snatched up that story. That man had some worth, and he knew worth when he saw it. He knew wealth and abundance when he saw it. I don't know how much this man was worth, but anybody that can go on vacation for a whole fucking year, owning 30 restaurants, that's just a little bit of what I have in Italy. We ain't talking about nothing poor and broke down. And I turned his ass down. But you would have never known anything about me that I even existed if I was going to sell myself sexually. See, not like you. And you think that I wanted, had to have, like you, a broke down nigga from Cleveland, Ohio, with a couple of trinkets on his fucking arm and neck. That man was about to give me something beyond description. A set bitch for life. In an echelon and realm that you know nothing of. You're ridiculous. And bitch, if I was gonna sell my soul, bitch, for a thriving YouTube channel, really, I got 90 million subscribers on my YouTube channel. Bitch, that's cheap to me. If I was going to sell my soul, you don't have enough Satan or whoever the fuck you be selling your souls to for me to sell my soul to you. Because I know and realize and experience day in and day out my worth is way beyond that. Anything of this earthly realm, you're just an idiot. But like I said, people's minds are so small, they think that everybody sees and views the world in the way in which they do. And especially somebody you just meet for a couple of months on a motherfucking app. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Who you with, who been watching. Please. He bought me a gold bracelet and he paid my rent for a couple of months. Yeah, I sell my body to him. You fucking kidding me? You an idiot. Sold my soul. Sold my soul for what, bitch? Popularity and stardom on YouTube. For popularity and stardom, like I said, in this fucking realm. Bitch, the places I've been and the people I've been around, I'm sure a lot of folks that I've been around have sold a lot of things about themselves, bitch. And when I said I went to school with them celebrities and was friends with some of them, bitch, I meant what the fuck I said, bitch. I had my jewelry in a movie, main character, one of the movies on Netflix because of a connection from school. I've never talked about it. I made one post about it one time on Instagram. That's it. My handmade jewelry. That unfortunately I made some shit for you that you probably took apart to try to figure out how to put together to make it. But bitch, you too lazy to sit, and it's very easy to make, but you just too lazy to sit there and do it. Like them bitches who tagged my picture one time, one of my beaded body chains tagged it. Didn't say shit to me, just tagged somebody's name. What bitch you want to try to figure out how to make the shit? Are you too silly and jealous just to simply ask? Or to take the picture and give it to one of them other people who never made it and ask them, you think you could make this, instead of simply asking me to make you one? If you're listening. Because you was running after a nigga too, the same one. I think. Oh, no, she was running after both of them. She was sleeping with both of them. She didn't care. Everybody knew she didn't care. And the other men, she was being pimped out too. If that's what you do, that's what you do. That's your thing. I don't have anything against that, bitch. But leave me the fuck alone. Hell, if I'm gonna turn down a fine ass motherfucking Italian with that kind of wealth and prosperity, which I did, Carlo, His name was Carlo. I don't know what the fuck make you think. But I didn't tell you the story, and I'm glad I didn't, because if I had a, you would have got on made of, that me, that me, that me. Let me just tell you man one time. Or he would have looked at your ass and spit on you if you walked near him. You're just ridiculous. One more spread. And you think I'm going to turn down that and lose my mind over a couple of niggas who can't even keep their money right. Walk around town with a bag full of money and put on a gold watch and a couple of whatever the fuck and take pills to get some kind of muscle mass. Lazy like you. Allegedly. You're just ridiculous. Laughable. Let's get into it. Ten of Cups, upright. The Hangman, upright. Knight of Cups, in reverse. Ace of Swords, upright. The Empress, in reverse. Five of Cups, in reverse. Nine of Cups, upright. Queen of Pentacles, upright. Judgment, upright. Ace of Wands, upright. Ace of Cups, upright. The Chariot, upright. Knight of Wands, in reverse. King of Wands, upright. The Hierophant, upright. And I forgot the fuck I was going to say. Anyway, here. Bloop, 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 bloop. There ain't nothing wrong with wanting the Ten of Cups, wanting that emotional fulfillment. Okay? That's a beautiful thing. Okay? But you mad as shit because that shit wasn't coming in for you the way you wanted it, or maybe you are now because that shit didn't come the way you wanted it, okay? Because who you was wanting it from, them motherfuckers wasn't going to give you that shit no motherfucking way. I'm really hearing nobody will. You claim you was married before. I don't know, goddamn. Who cares? Okay? Right? Wanting something fucking new to happen in your life, okay? But you're just not abundant. Okay. But I mean, you don't want to be. Sometimes people really claim that they want something and they really don't, because they don't do anything in any way, shape, or form to go get it. They don't. Okay. They don't. But once again, you did some shameful shit that you refuse to acknowledge, and that you refuse to look at, and that you refuse to take accountability for, just so you could be sitting in some kind of abundance and in some kind of seat of satisfaction, bitch. But judgment been called out on that shit. You was wrong for that shit, for what you've done to me and others, and you still can't, you still won't go somewhere and do something for your motherfucking self, sitting in people's lives, bothering them, bugging them with your nasty ass, mad ass energy, thinking that they don't know it's you, thinking that they don't feel your energy there, okay? Wanting to overpower people and all of that kind of thing, okay? To pretend like you love yourself, okay? You just gonna keep on going with some shit that's just not working. Still trying to get to some goddamn King of Wands, or maybe you owe some motherfucker some King of Wands or some shit like that, okay? Still wanting something traditional. That's what the fuck you want, bitch. I want a home and a hug. And money. You need to go do something traditional, bitch, and get up off the black magic witchcraft. Now, bitch, one time because it came to me last night, you made a post a long time about black magic and that there was nothing wrong with it. But the way you explained it, as if you were saying from black in regards to, black culture, various cultures of people of color, and their mystical, magical practices. Now, that is the way that you presented it. You probably copied it and pasted it off to somebody else's shit. Because you don't have that kind of sense. It sounded really good. I even shared it. Because it was saying something to the degree or effect of it, people using the word black, as though black equates to bad. And we're talking about people of color, black people in particularly, who have had, this negative connotations onto them because of being black. But like I said, that's probably something you copied and pasted. You just copy off of people. You find shit, and you find shit that you think nobody will ever see or nobody will ever know. And you copy and paste it and put it up under your name. You did do that with that. It was too well written and it was too well thought out. And now that I know you, I'm like, this bitch, you can't think beyond. I mean, like, you have a hard time dealing with 1 + 1 = 2. And I don't mean that literally 1 + 1 = 2. I think you all understand what I'm saying. You don't know how to think. Like I said, the synapses, something is off with you. And now that I realize how much black magic witchcraft you do on people to hurt them, to destroy them, you was just trying to justify your skank ass, nasty ass, evil ass workings that you do on people. People who are undeserving. People who have done nothing to you. I'm blackjack cow. You think that means like that other bitch I know who was women's feminine equal chaos. It's an excuse for y'all to act a damn fool and hurt and manipulate and lie and steal and create havoc in the lives of others. You don't really understand in truth and depth what it means. But you wouldn't give a fuck either. You do it to mislead and misguide and destroy. So you can have what you want the whole time. Both of you, this other person I know, and I'm not talking about the woman that you're deathly afraid of. Because she do what she do, but she ain't make no motherfucking excuses about it either. That's that girl, that's that Leo. I'm talking about that low vibing Leo energy. Nothing against Leos. Please, my daughter is one. Just like Aries. Aries got low vibing energy. Every sign does. And I'm going to talk about that too. Because I remember one of the first times we started talking, and I told you I was an Aries. Oh, I wish I was Aries. I wish I was Aries. I like that Aries energy. It's so powerful. I wish I was Aries. I wish I was Aries. But when you decided you was going to dog out your quote-unquote friend who you was recording, a couple times she played your video in the background. And I was like, I don't want to hear it. I don't listen to her. I don't know what she has said. You said something about something. You ain't got nothing against a Scorpio woman. You're so silly. But yet at the same time, she got protection. She don't know nothing about scared than a motherfucker. I respect all of the astrological zodiac signs. 44. We embody all of these energies in some way. It ain't that one is better than the other and one outshines the other. They are all interconnected. They do not work without the other. One does not work without the other. There's an order to them. And they all exist together. To explain the heavens out there, the ethers, right? And give us a greater understanding. We are simply born at a time when those things are, when we're in at that particular season, rather. Ain't got nothing on Scorpio one. Scorpio one. But at the same time, and I ain't got nothing against Scorpio. In Vedic, I am Scorpio rising and moon. But you're so spiritual. You're the great queen. Or whatever the fuck, I don't know. The most high. Archangel. Utpendrag. I'm Utpendrag. She King Arthur. But you was King Arthur at first. But now after I told you that shit that was revealed to me, then it's the embodiment of the energy. Not that you over me because Utpendrag was King Arthur's father, bitch. And that's what you've been riding on ever since. You're just so ridiculous. Hell, people call on Jesus more than they call on God. So don't even. Fictional tales and stories any fucking way. They're there to explain things, to give us a greater understanding of this world realm that we live in. But you don't get that. But I don't give a fuck if you get it or not. Bitch, I told you to leave me the fuck alone. I don't give a fuck who you call on or what the fuck y'all listening and y'all gathering together and we gonna do this. I'm gonna do this from this time. We get it. Get your shut up, please. Especially you fucking fake ass family. Because I know you're in on it. You got your hands in on it because you're still trying to get that money. And bitch, I already told you, they're not going to give you a motherfucking thing. Whatever it is, they don't, even if they were to get it, get their hands on it, which you're not, and keep, which you're not, because it wasn't about me. That's part of it. But you think you're going to feed from these people? You think I was going to tell them and they was just going to be like, okay, see. You can sit there and act like Miss Ma'am, this false mom, there ain't nothing going on. You can sit there and pretend if you want to. But it is. You all have a wonderful day. To those who are deserving of it, have favor. To those who are not, whatever,